All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a well-requested topic, which is that people want to know my opinion, my thoughts on the new Control Trials that Bungie has come out. This is like Control Trials 2.0. They did a few small variations to this playlist, and people want to know my thoughts and opinions on it because if you don't know, I've obviously been playing Trials since the day one, and I have over 10,000 hours spent either in the playlist or making content on this playlist. So, my first initial thoughts of this are that I like it. I actually think that this is almost objectively a more competitive experience than the previous version of Elimination. However, I will say this, Destiny hasn't always classically been about a competitive experience. Destiny often has elements that are, very low skill ceiling and very frustrating at times. Like even melees don't seem to register in this game, even all these years later. But I do think that this is better for Trials, and I do think that Trials is meant to be an end game activity, so I like Trials to be a more competitive experience, and I am liking the Control Trials. If you don't know what they did and what the changes are and how interesting they are, this is how it works now in Trials. Instead of it just being like an open layout like this where like you can sit in your spawn, you can push the mid, you can do anything you want, you have to push the objective and it spawns in about 30 seconds after the round starts. Now, I do think for bigger maps, like a map like Widow's Court or something, a 30 seconds timer on that is probably not going to work very well. I probably want something more like a 45-second timer. I think with a 45-second timer, this would allow for a little more, viability and play style differentiation. And so right now you've got like the zone in the middle here, and then another zone in the middle, but on this side, and then the other zone over here is down below. Now on this map particularly, this zone down here can be a bit of a pain point because it's such a tight, narrow hallway. Coming through here can be a little bit more frustrating. There's not as many different play styles you can go with when the zone's down there, but it's almost a good thing in a certain way, right? Me personally, playing on this map, the last time it was Endless Veil, I never went down this area. I call this area the toilet because this is like the little toilet bowl right here. I never go down here. I never went down here at all during Trials. The only time I ever went down here is if teams, burrowed down here and decided to, bunker down here with side tans or whatever it is that they're trying to do. But now with this, you do need to push new areas that you haven't gone. And before, the zones were like more like A, B, and C, and they would be in your spawn, and they would play a little bit more terrible. Now all three zones are in the middle, so you have kind of, it's fair to either sides of the spawn, right? The zones are in either here, or there, and they're completely at random. I tried to map it out, like which, does it go middle, left, right, or middle, right, left, or something. It's just completely at random where the zone spawns in. It's, you never know where it's going to spawn in the next round. So I do like that element to it. So you never know where you're going to push the next round. You never know what to prepare for. So for example, if you're like, hey, if it spawns down here, I want to have a shotgun on, and people like to weapon swap and all that stuff a lot. I want to have a shotgun on if it's down here, but they're a sniper, well, if it randomly spawns up in the middle where they want to be right here with the sniper, then you're not going to know that. You're not going to be able to weapon swap to your advantage because you're not going to know where those zones are. So there's a lot of little small elements to this playlist that I actually quite like. Overall, I do think that this is a much better improvement from Elimination. I think this is about an 8 or a 9 out of 10. There are some other small improvements in terms of how this mode could work, like I said, with the 45-second timer. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on how this new Trials playlist, this new Trials mode is working out for you, if you're enjoying it at all. And I can't wait to see how this plays out through a variety of different weeks. I want to see it this week on Endless Veil. I want to see it another week and another week and another week. But this is a Trials lab, so we'll see how long this lasts. It may not last that long. And the big question that's actually buzzing around with all of this is like, is this the way Trials is going to be from now until the end of time? Is this the final form of Trials? Obviously, that's what Bungie is looking for with all of these Trials labs and all of these experimentation. I don't think that they're trying to do an experimentation phase from now for, a year or 2 years from now. I think they're trying to do this in a short period of time and find out what they want Trials to be and then stick with that. I could be wrong though. Let me know your thoughts. Would you rather Trials to always be experimenting with new things, even months or years from now? Or would you rather Trials find its sweet spot and pick one specific version of Trials that truly solidifies what this playlist is and what this playlist means to Destiny 2. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and as always, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.